Forex Instant Funding is live. It's here. You're going to love the rules. This is definitely one of, if not the best plan that money can buy as far as prop firm funded type industry. Question to you, James, is have you seen better trading parameters on an instant account outside of this?
Personally, I have not, no. 8% trailing drawdown with no consistency rules and minimum 1% profit and 75% or up to 90% of the profit take? No, I personally haven't. As I mentioned, I've seen 3-4%, then you got to make 5% minimum to withdraw, and then it's like 60% profit split. So no, I haven't seen conditions like this. This is really, really neat. I'm looking forward to it.
You heard it from the man himself over here at Hydra. We've been cooking, bro. Been cooking.
Yes, sir.
We've been cooking. That's why I got the shirt on.
When we're lean, let him cook.
We cooked. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Challenge Accepted podcast. And it's another breaking news episode because if you're watching this video, by the time you're seeing this video, Forex Instant Funding is live. It's here. And I'm excited to bring you all of the details in today's juicy video because you're going to love the rules. This is definitely one of, if not the best plan that money can buy as far as prop firm getting funded type industry, right? Like if we're talking about prop firms, whether it's challenges, whether it's instant, even within the instant funding category, even within Forex, this is probably going to be the most trader friendly instant funding account that you could buy. I think that's the way to put it. Off stream, off camera, I already snuck James a few rules. I told him, James, are you excited?
No, always good to be on with you as always, Diwa. I hope that you guys are enjoying the podcast that we're doing on. I mean, I actually looked at this, Diwa. This is episode number 29. So we've been going at this for 30 episodes almost. Call it. I mean, that's some time. So yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. But I'm looking forward to the instant funding. Personally, for me, I first started trading my first instant funding accounts like literally a month ago on the 13th of June, and I've already taken out some nice payouts. So I'm looking forward to Hydra.
Think about the payouts that you can make with the Hydra account, bro.
Yeah, exactly. With
our rules.
Yeah. We'll see once the rules come up. But
we'll get into it. I hope we hype this up enough right now. If you're watching this, by the way, I always forget to do this. But if you enjoy the podcast, if you like what we're doing over here at Hydra, if you want to help James grow some hair, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up, and let's get right into it.
Yeah.
James, shall we share the screen and give them the rules? So these are the trading rules for our instant funding plan. As I said, by the time you're watching this video, our instant funding plans should be live, and there should be a 40% off discount code for 2 weeks only with FX40. Okay, that discount code is going to be in the description box. For now, it's FX40. I know the code's not live yet as we're recording this, but it might change. Just check the description. It'll be the correct code if it's not FX40, but it should be FX40. All right, 40% off, 2 weeks only, all Forex, all FX plans. Go and buy yourself an instant funding account because this is dope. 5% daily loss limit, 8% max drawdown, trailing, stops at initial balance, right? Same thing that we've discussed in previous episodes. It just means the trailing drawdown doesn't trail forever. Once the trailing drawdown reaches the initial balance of the account, which is, if it's a 100K account, then that means it's 100K, it no longer trails. So you can build that buffer as big as you want so that you can start to size up your risk more if you want. Okay, very, very straightforward. Leverage 1 to 50, more than enough for all of you degens out there. 1 to 50 is more than enough for anything that you ever want to do in Forex. Okay, inactivity period, very standard, 30 days. You just have to place a trade once every 30 days. Nothing special. Very, very commonplace across all props. Flat for weekend, yes. So by standard, the account, you have to close all trades by 3:45 p.m. Eastern every Friday. But we do have a hold over weekend add-on for you swing traders out there. You're just going to have to pay 10% more to be able to hold over weekends. Otherwise, all your trades will be closed, even if they're not. Even if you don't close them, we're going to close them at 3:45 p.m. and then you can resume trading. This is not a breach. So if you're a swing trader, make sure you pick up that hold over weekend add-on. Obviously, no max time requirements. And the profit split starts at 75%, can
That's
increase to
fantastic.
90% with the add-on. So if you're confident in yourself, you want to have a larger share of the profits, you want 90%, then you have to pay a 20% premium for funded accounts. This should say
Yeah,
75 here, actually.
that's super cool, dude. These rules are, this is.
And the biggest thing is actually not on this list, because you will notice that on this list, there's not a consistency rule. Well, where's
Yeah.
the consistency rule, DY? Well, the consistency rule doesn't exist. Okay, there's no consistency rule. So for all you motherfuckers out there who have been tired of these prop firms saying 20% consistency rule, making you trade for 5 days, we've gone ahead and gotten rid of it. So there will be absolutely no consistency requirements on our instant funding side. There is a minimum profit withdrawal at a very, very small 1%. So as long as you make more than 1% gain on the account, you're going to be eligible to make a withdrawal. Speaking of withdrawals, it's going to be the same as most of our other plans across the board. Only the crypto challenges are an exception in the Hydra ecosystem. When you make your first withdrawal, the max drawdown moves to the initial balance, right? So if you have a 100K account, you have 20K in profit. If you withdraw 10K, your max drawdown is at 100K. But for the instant funding, honestly, it doesn't matter that much because there's a trailing drawdown anyway. So the drawdown's already trailing. It's just if you take profit before you've hit that mark, do know that it will move up. Okay, this is all going to be explained in the FAQ. I have all the FAQs here, but I'm not going to run through this.
No, yeah.
You guys, I've already told you all the important stuff, right? Those of you that are in the Hydra ecosystem that have wanted Forex Instant Funding, it's going to be here. The main thing I want to talk about in this episode is I want to talk about this with James. How do you feel as a trader? Because James only just found out. He didn't know that these were the rules. I've been like, I've been keeping it coy till today because I wanted him to have a real legit reaction. So what's your first thoughts? What are you thinking about just as far as, do you like the rules? Like, do you like what we're doing here?
Yeah, dude, this is super, super neat. I mean, the leverage as well, like 1 to 50, that's something that also is pretty neat because sometimes on the instant accounts, like you get leverage like 1 to 10, and then it can be quite tough for the guys. I know in my community, at least, the guys that are scalping the US indexes and, a little bit of the DAX as well. So that's really neat as well. And then the profit split too. Sometimes, like on some instant accounts that I've been trading, they'll make your profit split like 50% on the first withdrawal, and you have to like the next withdrawal and so forth and so forth. So to start out at a 75% is really, really neat. And then again, the max trailing drawdown sometimes on these instant accounts can be like 3-4%. I mean, to have 8% is super neat. So let's just say you spend $1,000 on a challenge account and you go and you make 4, 5, 6%. You're probably going to be covering your account and making profits from there. And then again, you can actually see this account as an account to maybe scale up. In terms of like, let me try and grow the account balance because it locks in at its initial balance, the trading drawdown, of course, right? So super neat.
What I was telling James, and for those of you that in the audience that kind of have known prop firms for a while, have been around the space, which I'm assuming if you're watching this podcast, you probably are, or maybe you just think James is really handsome and you just want to see him every week. I don't know. That's what I think, right? But what I was telling James was the way that this product is designed and the way that this product is put together is honestly, like, we were like, no holds barred. What would be the most similar situation that we could create to you having your own, funding account, like a legitimate deposit, right? If you deposit it on a broker, how would it feel? How close can we get to that? I think the customer for the instant accounts, I think the customers in prop really, like, I think most of us want that similar experience, right? Like, most of us kind of want to get out of this like challenge sandbox and just like trade a real account. So how close can we make it to a real account? And I think this is probably the closest you're going to get, at least based on where the prop industry is now. This model is going to be the closest you can have if you buy a 100K, instant funded account. It's going to be basically the same experience. I think on a mental level, on a like money, like being eligible for withdrawals and stuff.
Right.
It's pretty dang close, to you having a real money 100K account.
I mean, as you said, like, you making money from day one, essentially, instead of having.
And this is like for real from day one because we don't have existing, right?
Exactly.
And there's consistency rules. Like it's like even at 33%, it's like 3 days, right? So you can't really clean day one, right? You can say day 3. And then it's worse if you're like at a 20% or, that's like 5 days at minimum. That's minimum 5 days, minimum, right? And you have to be profitable every single one of those 5 days.
Sure.
So
And if you're losing day, then it adds like another 2 or 3 days onto it.
yeah. Yeah. So, but the positive still is that this is real money that's, available for withdrawal, right? As opposed to you making, 10% on your challenge account and it's all like just demo money. So on this instant funded account, you're going to be able to trade this pretty much any way you want. This is maximum freedom, guys. This is maximum freedom when it comes to prop firms. No challenges, no consistency rule. And honestly, the minimum withdrawal is pretty negligible. Like for those of you that have traded instant accounts, I think 1% is probably better than most of what's being offered.
A lot of the times it's like a 5% or even more. So I mean, my first reaction to this DUI is I love it, dude. I think as for me, like I was very skeptical, as I think most people should be, of like instant accounts and and I've been in the prop firm game for quite some time. I won't lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of like Trailing Drawdown and consistency rules, but I was like a month ago, I was like, you know what, stuff it. Let me, I'm being a skunk. I'm being a skunk if I don't even try, bro. So I was like, let me just try it. And it's been working really, really well for me. So now that Hydra coming out, obviously you guys already launched the crypto instant funding. And I know that's been going well and traders have been loving that. But now with the CFD instant funding, I think that's going to be, this is going to be super neat as well. And I know a lot of the guys trading are going to be excited about it. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is really like a flagship product for us. This is something that we're very, very proud of, to bring to the table. For those of you that have followed along, you guys know we're very, very wary of risk. We're a very, very, we place a lot of importance on risk management as a firm, right? So we're never going to offer you something that we don't understand the risk curve of, that we don't understand, exactly what levers have been pushed and what the market, what this particular market's gonna, let's say how this particular market's gonna affect the product, right? Because if you compare our crypto plans versus this, the crypto plans are a little bit more strict.
Sure.
Like this is a lot more kind of like free, right? A lot more, like you're able to be a lot more aggressive with this account than you would be with a crypto account, because the inherent difference between the markets, right? Because there's a lot of one-sided volatility with crypto is huge. So that means actually firms have bigger and bigger risk if the market is, for example, in a bull run like we are now. The general trend, if one goes up, like if you've ever been around for altcoin season, like they just take turns going up, and you could pretty much long anywhere and just make money at hopefully most of the market is long. So the crypto market, as far as the risk curve, is very, very different from Forex. Forex is a lot more balanced, right? Like you have a lot of people playing more closer to both sides. There's a lot more money flowing in. Markets are like less prone to manipulation. So Forex overall as a market is less volatile, less risky than crypto, and definitely way less one directional, right? Yeah. Usually when something goes up, another type of asset is going down. Like there's always both sides. So as far as the Forex Instant Funding side, this is the plan. These are all the numbers. Go to the website, check out the pricing. These are definitely going to be priced higher than what we have on the crypto instant funding side, because the rules, if you compare the two, they're really quite far apart. Honestly, I would love for us to move crypto towards this direction, but we like to stay safe.
Sure.
And crypto is a brand new product. It's the first one in the market. No other firm is doing this. So this is new waters for us as far as the crypto side. So we do want to be a little bit more conservative over there. But we have a lot of experience in Forex. We also know exactly how the markets work. There are also other firms that have offered instant funding already. There's kind of a landscape already. So we have something to work off of. And, this is kind of the direction we went with, which was like, what is the best product we can provide for the customers? If you want to see other types of accounts, or like if you see other models that you like, leave it in the comments. I'd love to see it. Like, treat this channel as a way to give me direct feedback. I read the comments, or, James sees a comment, he'll let me know, or if I hit a sees a comment, he'll let me know. So just if you have feedback about Hydra or products you want to see, potential plans that you like, just drop it in the comments. I'll read it. And if there's something coming up, I mean, James knows how we work, right? Like we talk about stuff before it happens all the time. I'm very open. I share everything that I can with him because I'm always collecting feedback from James as well. I'm always asking, hey, like, what do you want? You know, because like, even from our last conversation, I know that the consistency rule is a very, very big part of, you know, kind of the trading experience now for instant funding. Like it does affect you severely, right? Because you got accounts that are kind of hanging in limbo because you haven't met the consistency rule, even though you're a profit.
And yeah. Also, sometimes like, dude, like there was actually quite funny yesterday. We obviously, for those that trade the US markets, we had a massive spark on, like I was actually in a trade on the S&P 500 long, dude. And like literally in this, I went to like go get something to eat or whatever. And I came back and I was like, geez, what's happening here? And I was up and I didn't really take profits, bro. I normally just like close out. And I was up like 3R, dude. And I was like, geez, okay, close. And like, obviously you're nice and profitable. Someone commented, that's going to fuck up your consistency score. Cause like, obviously, for example, if you're on a 20% consistency, if you make $2,000 in a day, you're going to have to go make 10 grand before you can even take a payout, you know?
Yeah.
So it was quite funny. Yeah.
You know, like, so imagine this, right? Like this is where freedom in trading really means. If you're on a Hydra account with no consistency rule on the FX side, that means if you catch a spike, like you can literally withdraw that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you're risking 1% and you suddenly make 3R on the day, guess what? You can take that money out immediately.
Yeah.
So
it's super neat, dude.
I'm not gonna say anything else because honestly,
I mean, 8% trailing drawdown, dude. I know with some of these like other firms, like they're giving like 3%, 4%, 5% trailing drawdown. I mean, 8% trailing drawdown is it's a lot, dude. On a 100K account, that's $8,000. So you basically have $8,000 to trade with. And if, as I said, like if you just trade slow and steady, let's just say you trade the account for literally 6 months and you make 20% on it, you know, you can withdraw 75% of the $20,000 that you paid for. You know,
up to 90, bro.
Up to 90. Yeah.
You can upgrade your thing. You get 90.
Yeah.
You get 90% of it if you want. If you got big balls, if you're a big boy.
Yeah.
This is the big boy product right here. Okay, like we've made a product for the big boys. This is not for kids. This is not for inexperienced traders. This is not for kids, bro. Kids don't gamble here. Okay,
dude, 100%.
Learn from your Uncle James first how to trade, and then come to
Hydra. Not for kids. Not for Beckham.
Not for kids, but honestly, like I'm gonna be frank as well. Like, this is gonna be one of the higher priced products in the market.
Yeah,
it's ludicrous, but for what you're getting, I think it's something that's extremely worth the money, especially at 40% off. So. Let me just put that in one last time.
And for the guys that are watching this, how long are you going to be offering the 40% off?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. So this video, by the time this video is live, there might be like 12 days, 13 days left on sale, something like this. I don't know exactly what date this video is going out, but you'll have till, let me just look at the calendar right now. Whatever day you're watching this on, the sale ends on the 18th of August, Monday. So end of day, Monday, 18th. It's going to end. So you have that time to use FX 40% off. James, before we wrap up today's episode, do you have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about with regards to instant funding? Are you excited
I want to
trading this because you're going to be on this?
Max, okay, a couple of questions just to clarify for everyone. Max amount of capital that you can have on this instant funding.
$185,000. So how that number is reached is you can have one account of every single size on instant funding. You cannot have multiple. So if you have 100K, then you can go get a 50K, and then you get a 25K, so on and so forth.
Got it. Okay, that's the first one. Second one is, can you copy trade amongst your accounts? Okay.
Our rule with copy trading is universal across the entire firm on all products, which is copy trading is always allowed, provided that these copy trade quote unquote signals are coming from yourself and accounts that you own. Mass copy trading, copying, you know, from a bot or some EA that you bought, completely prohibited. But if you're managing your own accounts like James, if you're a real trader, our rules are going to be friendly for you. So if you're managing your own accounts, you can decide whatever you want to copy across, as many as you want, as little as you want.
Okay, and yeah, I guess that's the only other questions that I have. But from a trader's perspective, because obviously I'm busy trading these instant accounts, I think this is really, really neat. I'm going to look to get my hands on a couple, particularly with the 40% discount, and then we'll go from there. I'm looking.
Question to you, James, is have you seen better trading parameters on an instant account outside of this?
Personally, I have not. No, 8% trailing drawdown with no consistency rules and minimum 1% profit and 75% or up to 90% of the profit take. No, I personally haven't. I mean, as I mentioned, I've seen 3-4%. Then you got to make 5% minimum to withdraw, and then it's like 60% profit split. So no, I haven't seen conditions like this. This is really, really neat. I'm looking forward to it.
You heard it from the man himself over here at Hydra. We've been cooking, bro. We've been cooking.
Yes, sir.
We've been cooking. We've been cooking. That's why I got the shirt on
today.
today.
Let him cook.
We cooked with these plans, guys. Go ahead and get yourself one. If you have comments, feedback, stuff you want to see, of course, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.